with the things that you do?
Well, first, I think the biggest thing is putting the guys in position to be successful. You know, every play on defense is designed to do something. You know what I mean? And so you're saying to yourself, they're in two categories. You know, you're trying to stop what the offense is doing to you, so you're calling defense that way, or there's a certain emphasis where you go back through the week, like yesterday we got a chance to self-scout, and then you're going back through and saying, what do we do wrong? What do we need to work on? So then now in practice, you're making an emphasis to just call that, regardless of situation. You're just saying, hey, I want to work on this. Let's get the organics of this, you know. And so those are the two things that go on in our head is, one, making sure that they get used to seeing the pictures, but then two, making sure we're working on things we're not necessarily good at right now, so that way we can fix them.
What are you not good at right now?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Minnesota's watching, so I don't know.
How have you seen this defensive staff mesh together?
Oh, well, I mean, it's being around those guys. It's a great. Like I said this earlier. You know, it's a one. You got the knowledge aspect, right? You got some guys who have played at the highest level, coached at the highest level, coached some of the most elite players on the planet. You know what I mean? From Coach Rule down. And so it's really neat to be in the room and then listen to all the ideas and then come together and make this our defense, you know. And that's the thing I can't stress the most is that it is our defense. And there's some great stuff that T-Knight has up front. Rob's been awesome in terms of figuring out issues and trying to see those pictures ahead of time. And then, like I said, Coop with coverage stuff and his background in coverage, it's been fun to work with and mesh. And then they keep things light. You know, they're energetic. They're into the now. They're showing me pictures of shoes and stuff. I have no idea what they are. You know, these are these. I was like, I have no idea. You know what I mean? So it's neat to be with them, with those guys.
Matt Rule said he knew Coach.
And he gets a big picture. You know, a lot of times position coaches, they focus in on their position and they don't understand how it affects all the other in terms of the totality of the defense, right? But he's a very big picture guy, and so he's very keen on seeing something and seeing what reactions would happen. You know, hey, if we do this to this, aren't we going to get this, and how do we fix this part? So he, like I said, he's been awesome in terms of being able to bounce ideas off of.
Coach, the little scrimmaging that you did last week on Saturday, can you just talk about what you liked, what you didn't like, what you saw?
Well, like with anything in fall camp, you know, I like the fact that the young men are starting to take on the identity of what we want to do, right? That's the most important thing. We want to play with Husker speed and we want to have dominant contact, and you see elements of it showing up on all three levels, from the D-line to the linebackers to the secondary guys. Things we need to improve on, I mean, every coach is going to come and harp on takeaways. You know, I always want more takeaways. You can never be too physical in that regard, you know, without being stupid and doing stupid stuff. But just a continuation of the process, you know what I mean, as we continue to install defenses, that getting closer to 831, but also making sure that, again, the identity is the most important part of this.
How do you see Quentin Newsome growing from spring to training camp, and how's he getting better as a corner?
Yeah, he's starting to move faster. I think the last couple of practices have been some of his better ones in terms of physicality, right? I mean, with the DBs, when you talk coverage, they light up, and when you talk run game, they kind of say, oh, you know, you're talking to somebody else. But it's you turn the page when you start talking about the run game, and now DBs are taking pride in coming up and filling those alleys and having some physicality with the ball carriers. So he's had the last couple of days have been his most physical practices. So it's fun to watch him just fly around. And then when you truly start to master and really absorb the defense and stuff, now you start to communicate ahead of time. You start to see things that Coop is teaching in terms of splits and formations and motions, and then he's seeing it and he's calling out ahead of time. So again, part of the process, but he's starting to get to that point where he's playing fast.
How much of an advantage is it to have a corner like that who's been starting for multiple years? There's probably still things he can learn, right, on the way to the NFL.
Yep.
But simultaneously, it's not going to be new for him to go out and cover somebody for a whole year.
Yeah, I mean, that's with any veteran. You know, I mean, that's Nash and Ty up front. That's Luke and Nick and the linebacker, and then, you know, Q and Malcolm and those guys in the back. And anytime you got veteran leadership, it's their team. I mean, it's their defense, right? And when they are the ones who are taking ownership and they're the ones pushing the guys, and when you hear the echoes of Husker speed and dominant contact and, hey, this is our standard, it's usually those guys speaking. So it's really good for a defensive coordinator.
Hey, Tony, one of the beauties of your scheme seems to be that the pressure can come from anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like the opponent doesn't necessarily know. That said, like that defensive in spot you have up front, how important is it for you to have like traditional pass rusher who can get around and tackle and do it in that spot? And how do you feel about the guys who play that position?
Yeah, I mean that's one of the things we're getting work on, having those guys work with Coach Rob and T. Knight, and his expertise in pass rush, and then having the ability to, like in certain situations, just go 4-down rush and then let them get work. Again, biggest thing here is practice is everything, right? So if we never practice it, if we never practice 4-man rush and letting the guys go and then being able to correct it off the film, then what are we doing, right? So having those guys actually hear from both coaches, front coach and linebackers coach, and then apply it to the grass and say, hey, let me see you do this. Let me see you do this. Let's call this game. Let's do this. I think it's really showing and stuff that where we can see it on grass and then get it corrected. So that way, come game day, they can play as fast as they can.
Do you think that, just in general, and from your experience and various years, that the defense starts with an advantage over the offense when you get to week one? Does the offense need more time to find rhythm, just generally in college football?
I think that's the traditional saying, that the offense, as the season progresses, their timing and all that stuff. So usually early on, you get to early games is tackling and special teams, right? No mistakes, just no blown coverages, no big plays, poor tackling, mistakes on the special teams. So hence why the emphasis on dominant contact and always tackling some form or fashion. And then again, Coach Rule and the philosophy of always being physical and practicing fast, but always having the physicality aspect to it, that helps tremendously.
Are you comfortable where your defense is right now at this point?
I believe that we are still growing. We're going to take this last time remaining and make sure that we know what we're doing. Again, we goes back to being able to self-scout and then say what you're doing wrong and seeing if it's a big piece that we're going to do and we need to correct, or is it something, hey, it's too expensive, we're going to throw it out. And so that's where we're getting to. We got plenty of film of what we're running, so now we're going back through and seeing what can we do really fast and really physical, what can we add, what can we take out, so that way the guys can just go out there and play right now.
Eric Fields has been a player that's apparently moved a rover. What have you seen from him in the short time he's been here?
Yeah, that dude is fast. I mean, Coach Coop has a really good eye for talent, and he called it out from the get-go. That guy is like, hey, point A to point B, I'm gone, and he is a physical as can be. So he's growing. He's learning what we're doing, and when he gets a chance to just not think and just go, hey, where's the football? I'm gone. You can see why he's here right now. Very explosive, very physical. He's going to be a good one in the future.
Does he see time with the top units right now?
They're all rotating through. So sometimes you'll look up and he'll be with the twos. Sometimes I don't know if he's been with the ones, but he'll be with the twos, the threes. The freshmen. So he'll rotate through there.
Physically, with his frame, is he ready right now, or like all freshmen, he just needs to?
No, I mean I think he's 195-ish, right in there, 200 pounds, somewhere right in there. So he's physical. It don't matter how much he weighs. He hits like he's 230, 240. I mean that's the kind of explosion he has in him. You know what I mean? So now it's a matter of, can he line up? Can he know what to do? And then get him to the point where he just, hey, there's the ball, I'm gone. So.
What have you seen Cam and Prince roll? What have you seen from their development since they got here in the spring?
Same thing, the continued growth. I think the physicality you see, and that comes from Corey down in the weight room and Kristen getting them bigger and stronger and stuff like that. They're continuing to grow just like the other guys. Kai Wallen has had some great practices. I'm trying to think of some of those other young guys who are starting to come on. Javen Wright Buddha, he's starting to show up some as well. There's some guys who are starting to hit the point where they're known and given the chance, they're playing fast. Yeah.
Tony, sometimes a couple weeks into fall camp, the rigors start to hit in. Do you feel like your team still has good energy and enthusiasm?
They do. I mean, they're running around doing the things we're asking for. Obviously when you they had a fun day yesterday, so coming back off of it, you know, you got to get them back to, hey, we're we're going physical and we're doing that kind of stuff. But they're doing everything that's asked of us, so we got to be better as coaches, making sure that, you know, installs are right. When they get out to pre-practice, their mind is right. They know what's coming, you know. So it's always, if something's wrong with that in that regard, then it's our fault as coaches.
I know you probably got just elaborate on,
Yeah.
sorry, on night
No.
and he's going to bring out the best in this room.
T. Knighton?
Yep.
Well, he's very close to those guys. Number one, he's always keeping it light. You know, he teaches in a way where they understand it, but he's always doing things like, you know, in the off season they went out to eat a lot of group bonding stuff, and then I can hear in the meetings whenever somebody told a joke or got up to sing or did something, because they're all busting out laughing and everything. You know, he's a guy who connects well with the players. So I think that's most important, right? Is that relationship. So that way, when we get to the grass, he can coach them hard, and they understand that, hey, he cares about me, and that's the great thing about T. Knight.
You talked about you guys being able to come together and mesh as defensive coaches and make your guys' defense.
Yeah.
How does that make it better? How does that make your guys' defense better, just being able to have all that info?
Well, it's like anything. Like it just starts with the relationships. You know, it's one thing if a stranger's talking to you. It's another thing if it's your friend talking to you. You know, and you're open and more receptive to information. I think that's the biggest thing. You know, when somebody speaks, if you don't care about that person, usually it's in one ear out the other. You know what I mean? But if you truly care about somebody, then you absorb the information that they're saying. Right, wrong, or indifferent, you're going to absorb it, and then you're going to use it to your advantage, right? So that's the thing with the guys in the room. You know, we got, you know, our senior analyst who's been a head coach for 11 years. He's, you know, 60 years old plus. And we got Rob, who's in his 20s, 30 for 30, you know, all that kind of stuff like that. So, I mean, we got the range in there. And we got the experience in there. So it's a matter of making sure that we're doing the things that we need to do here at Nebraska to put these guys in position to go make plays, you know. Because sometimes you get too much information, too many things, and then you're scrambling their mind. It's like, hey, let's cut it down, which that's the point we're at right now, is cutting it down, making sure our guys can absorb everything we're doing and letting them go play.
I know you have a billion other things on your mind, but the black shirts, you know, is one of those topics around here. Do you have an idea how you want to handle that?
Yeah, I got an idea. Yeah. No. I've talked to some great voices. I mean, I talked to Coach McBride, talked to Carragher, Bullocks. I talked to, you name it. If they said they wore the black shirt, the first question I asked, hey, come on over here, step into my office real fast. Tell me, you know, educate me on how this was. And I have an idea, but I'm going to make sure I talk to Coach Rule, and then we'll do it as we do it. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Excuse my voice. I apologize.
Do you know tomorrow you guys have one of your big scrimmage days right now? Or is that the plan?
Is tomorrow Saturday?
Yeah.
I believe so.
What will you be looking for at kind of this 2-week point camp? How far along should you guys be, and what are your expectations?
Yeah, I'm looking for the guys to just get 1% better each day. That's what we've been talking about, and being relentless, being disciplined about what we're doing, and being violent. That's honestly what I'm looking for. If we could do that every day and get 1% better, we're heading in the right direction.
Have you seen the guys kind of compete for roles, but at the same time, you know, be a good teammate, support each other, lift each other up? How's that process going?
Yeah, the room is really competitive. They're competitive in nature. They cheer for each other. They're encouraging to each other. They're helping each other. They're in the meetings helping each other. It's really a good group of young men, and I'm proud of the way they've been working.
How's Nick come back off such a brutal injury that he last season with?
Yeah, Nick's doing a really nice job. I think I mentioned before in the spring, he was in there studying. You know, he didn't have the opportunity to play on the field, and but when he came back, he was prepared. He's been relentless in his approach, on and off the field, and I'm really proud of the way he's been working. He's doing a really nice job.
Yeah, what can his leadership intangibles bring just to the defense as a whole, as a guy that's played a lot here?
Yeah, it's invaluable. He's played a lot of football here. He's a really smart football player. He understands concepts. He understands the schemes. He understands the fundamentals of the position. He's done a really nice job, and I think the younger guys really look up to him because of that experience that he has.
Does Reimer provide leadership talking, or the way he plays, or both? Or
Both. He plays really hard. He's relentless. He's disciplined. He plays violent. He's a smart football player. He takes a leadership role in both aspects because guys see how he plays, and then guys listen to him because he obviously knows what he's talking about, and he's got a lot of experience as well.
do you like to have a guy in your room to get the single digit?
Yeah, I'm proud of those guys. If they could earn a single digit, then I'm proud of them. I'm happy for them.
You were playing with Temple. I mean, how big of a deal was that there when they were doing that? And I mean, do you get the sense that guys grasp that here yet? Or I mean, what was kind of your experience?
Yeah, I think so. I think they take tremendous pride in it. I mean, obviously their teammates voted for them to get a single digit, which also says like, hey, we respect you, respect the work that you've done. We see how you approach the day every day. Are they relentless? Are they disciplined about what they're doing? Are they playing violent? Like, that's what our team is doing. So when they see that in each other and they vote for them, it's obviously an honor and a thing of respect.
So do you do multiple ballots then? Was that kind of ballot one? Was kind of another round of balloting to get the second group, or did you just do one kind of overall voting?
I'm not sure exactly how Coach is doing it with the team. I think that was just the initial one, and then I'm sure there'll be more. But that might be a better question for Coach.
With Jamari, how have you seen him kind of maybe grow these last couple of weeks? Settle into that Jack role.
Yeah, he's grown a lot. I think all the guys really in the room have grown a lot since the spring. We ask a lot of them. I know I talked about it previously. A lot that they do within the defense, and the position, all the linebacker positions are demanding. So he's done a nice job of learning the system and playing the way that we want to play.
How about the speed that he's kind of playing at? Because he's a fast player out there, getting vertical, getting sideline to sideline. Has he shown that in practice?
Yeah. Yes, he has.
How unique is that position, I guess, just in terms of finding guys to play it?
Unique. I'm not really sure if it's unique. The scheme asks a lot of the linebackers, and so that's the expectation for them. And everyone knows every position, so that's how we do it.
There's a lot of battalion talk, or like rules is once like hockey style substitutions to bring guys in and keep guys fresh. What have you seen from that kind of second or third team linebacker group to kind of add depth?
Yeah. Well, we really don't have a depth chart right now. We just have guys kind of rolling in and out. So my expectation that whoever's in, that they play the standard and they're relentless about what they're doing, they're disciplined and they play violent. There's only one standard for everyone in the room, and so that's how we're rolling right now.
In terms of kind of where you wanted to be at this point during fall camp, teaching and kind of getting everybody up to speed, I mean, where are you guys?
I think we're in a good spot. Like I said, as long as a room and as a defense we're getting 1% better each day, I think that's what you want. I don't know that you're specifically measuring, hey, this is this, but as long as each day we have the same approach, we have one standard within the room, and we're getting 1% better, that's what we want from our team, from players and coaches.
You guys had the team go to the water park yesterday.
Yeah.
Is that kind of like something you try to do in camp, kind of let the guys have a moment to catch their breath before a big scrimmage and practices to close out?
I think it's more so the team bonding part, just continuing to build that brotherhood with each other. We spend a lot of time in the building. We try to spend a lot of time eating meals together, spend time, going to a water park, just continuing to build the brotherhood that's so important within the team. Anything else? Thank you, guys. Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Yep, just like you guys.
All right, bet. Yeah.
Did you buy here? You want to put a question?
Was it fun to get away a little bit yesterday and go to the water park?
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. I've never been to a funplex, so that was a good experience, good team bonding experience.
Did you guys golf, ride the go-kart, do everything, or was it, what did you guys all do
I suck at golf, so I don't be trying to play it. But yeah, they was riding the go-karts. I was mainly on the water slides. I love swimming, so water slides where I was.
Just the team bond. Coach Dvoracek talked about it's important to have the team. When you guys do activities and outings like that, I mean, how close can that bring maybe guys together and have some fun outside of football?
I mean, really, everybody be like kind of grouped up, and I feel like those team bonding experiences give you a chance to like bond with the guy, you know, talk to him about stuff. Even though y'all don't really know each other, give you a better chance to like come closer with him.
First couple weeks of fall practice, how have you been feeling like physically, your explosiveness, your speed out there in the scheme? I mean, how's that all kind of come together so far for you?
I mean, I'm feeling better than I have since I've been here. So Coach Campbell got us doing stuff, and it's working. I can feel it working, like physically.
How has Nick come back? He missed the spring, had the injury. What have you seen from Nick kind of on his comeback to get out there this August?
How I see it, Nick back, 100%, man. He coming in, he grinding. He keeps me going, even when I'm like gassed out, tired in practice. It's still the same Nick. I don't see nothing that changed about him.
A couple of the guys who got single-digit jersey numbers we learned, and Luke Reimer, you know, one of the linebackers in that group, was there kind of a message to the team about that? You know, what was kind of communicated about those first four guys?
I mean, if you got a single digit, so like in the past season, you know, 2 people have a single digit. This year is only 1 person with like a single digit, and those the toughest guys on the team. You know, they come in day in and out, put in the work.
Coach talks about wanting to get you guys out to the fun flex and make things easy because practice itself is difficult. They ask a lot for you. What is it like to go through preseason camp, fall camp with this coaching staff and the expectations they have each day?
I'd be lying if I said it was easy. It's tough, but I mean, they give us like recovery days for us to get our body back so they can push us to our limits. And I feel like as a team, you know, grinding this hard, it's gonna pay off. We don't know when, but it's gonna pay off for sure.
Is Saturday the last? You guys move out of the dorms on Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday.
How much are guys looking forward to their own bed?
I'm looking forward to it. I'm not even gonna lie. But like being in the dorm, I feel like it brought me closer. Cause Gunnar Gotula, the freshman, I didn't really know him. So being in the dorm with him, me and him kind of got a little bond going now. So I feel like that was a good experience. And I'm saving money being in the dorm, so I like it.
As chief orders, has he been working in the Jack linebacker position more fall than he was in the spring?
Yeah, Chief. I think Chief's a full-time Jack now.
Was he not really working there in the spring as much?
Nah, he wasn't.
He is now. What have you seen from him with the Jack spot?
Man, that's my guy. I ain't gonna lie. Me, him, and MJ, like, so we go with Coach T. Knight to work pass rush and stuff, and he's came a long way. And I'm excited to see what we're gonna do this season with us 3 playing Jack.
How have you improved as a pass rusher since the spring or since the staff has been here?
I feel like I became more explosive. I look at it like pass rush now, call with no breaks, so just go.
I mean, for you especially, I mean, do you feel like this defense really kind of plays to your strengths?
Yeah, it plays to my strength, but it also helps me work on my weaknesses because I'm not just a pass rusher, like each down. So it kind of complements both, and it helped me know like what I need to work on.
You guys got a scrimmage on Saturday. How big will that be for guys to have that opportunity to go live and tackle the ground?
I mean, that's big because they preach dominant contact all day. So Saturday we're going to see who really been deliberate through our practice and working on that. So I feel like that's big, and that's a good opportunity for the freshmen to show what they got.
The Jack position's kind of unique, feeds into the aggression. What do you do that makes you a good fit there in this defense?
I'm everywhere. Like, you name it, I'm doing everything, and I like that. Like, it gives me a chance to get to the ball in ways that I never could imagine.
When Coach Will talked to you, got you to come back, they mentioned that position specifically, like maybe have something in mind for you?
Nah, he ain't mentioned nothing. Yeah, he ain't mentioned that position. Good.
Thanks, Mark.
Yep.
at the same time.
What's up?
Everyone's
Oh, all good.
all good. Any questions for John?
John, how's the move to linebacker been for you?
It's been good. I mean, I'm able to fly around, make plays, get downhill and hit, which I like doing. So be able to communicate on defense too, which I like doing. But yeah, I'd say that's been the biggest change, just having to be in the box some more and coming in contact with the linemen and just having to use my hands a lot more, be more physical, rather than when I was at DB. So I'd say that's probably the biggest thing.
So last week you guys scrimmaged for a little bit on Saturday. Can you just talk me through how that went for you personally, like in a new position and kind of doing your thing in the scrimmage setting?
I mean, yeah, I thought I did pretty well. I mean, there's always stuff to work on. I didn't do everything I was supposed to do. I mean, that's why we watch film and get better each day, one better each day. So, but I thought collectively as a whole we're starting to come together and truly put it together now. So it's cool to see.
Hey, John, you got put on scholarship after
Yeah.
spring ball. How rewarding was getting that first check just for you and your family, the sacrifice you made, kind of betting on yourself to walk on at Nebraska?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's been a journey. I've been working for that moment my whole career here. So, I mean, it's an honor that Coach Rule gave me that. But yeah, I've just always kept my head down, kept working. Whatever comes my way comes. I don't expect anything back from what I give. So, very appreciative though from Coach Rule for that. So.
Your brother is pretty close to maybe
Yeah,
there too. I mean,
yeah, he's doing really well right now. I mean, he's stepping up. I mean, we got a couple of receivers down right now, so he's stepping up and doing his job as well. So.
How often are you going against him in practice?
Not much at all. Not much. He's more out of the box and not with all that stuff. So.
Are you not surprised though that he's made an impact?
No, he's always had the ability. I mean, it takes someone to be able to see that. So, I've always believed in him. He's a great player, great leader. I mean, yeah, he's getting better every day, every year. He's gotten better and better, and he works harder than more than anybody that I know. So, he deserves it.
Can you walk through your off season, kind of the position change and kind of get into that all?
I mean, yeah, my first 3 or 4 years here, I always thought, like, I don't know, maybe there's a chance I could be moved to linebacker because I'm a bigger body. But that never came, so when the new staff got here, it took them about 2 weeks, and they're like, hey, let's move you to linebacker and try it out. So we tried that out, and I started fitting really well with the defense and what Coach White was bringing. And then everything kind of just fell into place. I mean, I was just working my butt off. Whatever I can do to get on the field, I mean, I'll do it. I don't care what position I play. Put me out there. I'll do whatever you need me to do. So.
And Coach Rule spoke really highly of you, pro potential and all that. Was there a moment in the offseason, maybe the spring, when it felt like things really clicked for you and your light came on?
Yeah, I mean, I've always believed in myself. So, I mean, it didn't take them putting me on the field to believe in myself. I've always had that belief. But them trusting in me and giving me that opportunity has kind of opened things for me a little bit. And I've been able to really show what I can do, which is awesome. But, yeah, I've always believed in myself. I never doubted myself for a second.
How much weight did you have to put on when you moved to linebacker? How much weight did you have to add in the offseason?
I think I played at 210 last year, and I'm about 225 right now. So I put on about 15 pounds.
You notice a difference with it? Or?
Not really, honestly. I think I feel like I've kept my speed for the most part. I don't feel like I'm slower at all. I definitely feel stronger. So I'd say, yeah, I've leaned up, and I think I've gained the right weight in a good way. So.
That was my question too, the weight.
Yeah. Yep.
When you guys are learning this defense, I mean, as linebackers, I mean, are you learning all the positions? Are they focusing you on one spot, or how have they kind of taught the defense to you guys back there?
Yeah, I mean, we move around, so we got 3 backers in the room. We got 3 guys, so we got Jack, Mike, Will. So not really a jack body. That's more of like MJ, Jamari, Chief. So yeah, but I rotate Mike and Will, me, Luke, Nick, all rotate through Mike and Will. So, but yeah, just so we can learn the whole defense. I mean, they're somewhat similar, but there's some differences as well. So it's just so if one guy goes down, next man up, everyone can start learning both positions and get on the field.
Is it an easy defense to learn, or how difficult is it?
I would say so. Yes, for me personally. It's not a lot. Most of the calls aren't a lot of thinking. It's more, get to the ball. I mean, but there is definitely some complexity to it. There are plays, and if there's motions, you got to think a little bit. But for the most part, I don't struggle too hard with it. I think it's pretty simple for me.
Have you taken any snaps on defense in your career, or has it all been on special teams?
Yeah, it's all been on special teams. I haven't taken one on defense.
Do you
So.
kind of think about what that moment could feel like whenever it comes and you're lining up on defense?
Yeah, I mean, I just know I'll be ready to go. I know I haven't had any experience, but on defense at least. But I think I'm ready for that moment when it comes.
This might sound kind of funny, but does it matter to you if you're a starter, or do you just know you're going to play a lot? Is winning a starting?
I mean, I feel that whoever the best guys are should be put on the field. And if the coaches think that I'm one of those guys, then go ahead and put me on the field. But yeah, so I mean, put the best guys on the field, whoever the leaders are, whoever they think is gonna be the best fit for that game. Go for it, and I'll come in whenever they need me, or do my job whenever they need me.
Are you on all the special teams units, or how many?
Currently, we haven't put in punt return yet, but currently, yes.
Kind of random too, John, but since Coach Rule's been here, what are some sayings that he has that have really stuck with you and really helped you in the offseason?
I mean, obviously, what's next mentality. Just no matter what happens in that moment, you're focused on what's next, like what's coming next. Let's see. But yeah, I mean, honestly, that's probably like the biggest thing that's stuck with me is what's next. Because I think of that like if I have a bad play, just next play. Doesn't matter what happened that play. You can't be thinking about that. Just next play. So that's probably the biggest thing I've taken away, and probably our whole team has taken away from him. And we try to adapt that mentality of what's next, and also being our RDV, which is relentless, disciplined, and violent. So we want to be relentless. We want to be disciplined. As a team, we want to be violent, and we try to be that every day because we can do all the right stuff, but if we're not relentless, disciplined, and violent, we won't get there as a team. So that's kind of our mantra right now.
You guys will move out of the dorms and scrimmage on Saturday. Well, how much does that kind of feel like maybe a turning of the page within camp? These kind of 2 weeks dorm, scrimmage, now you're kind of on to the next phase.
Yeah, no, I mean, it'll definitely be nice to get back in my bed for sure. I don't enjoy sleeping out the dorms, but we just got to embrace it, and yeah, once we get out of there, it'll feel even better. Like, so yeah, I don't know. I'm ready to get out of the dorms though, and actually get some good sleep at night. So.
John, players talk about the intensity of fall camp here, and then obviously the linebacker, there's so much complexity to it within this defense. Just what is it like in being a linebacker in fall camp this season?
Trying to think. Sorry. Could you repeat the question? I lost my train of thought.
Coaches and players talk about just how intense they want to make this fall camp.
Yeah.
And then the defense is, some people, like you said, some people it's complex. For you, it kind of comes easy. Just what is it like to be a linebacker and go through fall camp and trying to get up to speed and handle the rigors of this coaching staff once this came to be?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to go out there and be the best leader that I can be and communicate with the other guys. I mean, if I know that the young guys kind of need help in the room, so I try to help them out, and any other guys to help them out. And teaching them that helps me learn as well. So I think that's also why it comes so simple to me, is because I try to teach the younger guys a little bit on what to do on plays and how the defense works. And I think it's really helped me learn that, and it's helped me just be able to fly around and not guess, get in my head, be hesitant. So I think that's just really helped me for sure.
Anything else for John? Thank you, John.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, everybody.
How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing?
Hey, Chief, how is this training camp maybe compared to the previous ones you've been a part of?
I feel like we're definitely working on like having deliberate practices, and we're like applying what we preach. You know, one better, and what's next. You know, you can mess up on one play, but the next one you gotta make sure you make every rep count.
With some of the other guys working at Jack, you know, MJ, Jabari, how's it kind of been a competition, but at the same time, you might be learning from each other, you know, supporting each other?
Hands down, you know, it's a competitive effort of constructive criticism. You know, you learn from one, teach one, learn one. You know, we keep grinding. We keep, you know, doing what we do best on the field, striking, hands, and make sure we stay outside, keep that edge, and rush the quarterback, man.
Are you bouncing around at those spots, or have you settled at a particular Packer spot?
Right now, you know, I'm all for the team, man. Right now we at the jack position, and you know, Coach White, I feel like he's been moving me in and out, you know, in the box. But right now we at the jack position. Yes, sir.
You've been through your share of camps. I mean, what do you think about this team's mindset and just where you're at this point when it's kind of the dog days of camp?
Definitely brotherhood. Brotherhood is the biggest thing that we preach, right? Because, you know, it's our team. You know, it's the players' team, and that's what Coach Rule is implementing for us, so we can keep grinding and, you know, make sure we buy into what we talk about every day. And what, like I said, that's what's next, and one better.
You know, Chief, a lot to talk about like how you are as a high energy guy and the positive attitude you bring, but now like you're in the dog days of camp right now.
Oh yeah.
You're in the door still. Do you find it difficult to kind of keep that energy up sometimes and get the guys going?
Man, when you know your why, you know, sometimes you kind of get caught up in like, oh man, my body hurt, right? My body starts to feel fatigued, but I feel like we have a great strength and conditioning staff, training room staff that keep us going, that keep our bodies ready for the next level. I mean, yes, it's gonna be hot, it's gonna be cold, it's gonna be rainy, right? Your body's gonna start hurting on day 11, day 12, but you know, what's your why? You know, my why, I want to see the best version of myself every day. So that's why we make every rep count and keep doing what we got to do to come out with the dub. Yeah. And have fun.
How would you describe Coach Dvoracek?
Man, I feel Coach Dvoracek, man, he's one of the high energy coaches, man. High energy guy. You know, he's very, very, very pristine on his craft. You know, he's very passionate on what he put in, you know, into us. You know, as a coach, as players, you know, he always makes sure like if he sees something wrong, he's always gonna coach us up on the sidelines and really buy into us and make sure we know what we're doing when we get out there on that field.
Chief, how do you feel like the defense is playing so far?
I feel like we definitely get to the ball, man. We flying around, we making plays happen. You know, we really bringing back the black shirts mentality. So, you know, that's the next thing that we look forward to, and you know, picking each other up, and you know, as we keep grinding on this journey, you know, fall camp, you know, it get brutal sometimes. So having one another back, you know, that's important right now.
How would you describe the creativity of this defense and the scheme?
You know, when you like to fly around and really just, you know, be creative, you know, this 3-3-5 defense is one that you don't put yourself in a box in. You know, you can show a 4-2-5, you can show a 5-man down, but then you'll run a three-man rush and 2 high safeties over top. Like, it is something that you could just go all around. You know, it's very versatile, and it's fun to play with. You know, once you get the defense down, you understand the concept, and you know, you can do what you do. You can do what you do.
Your offense faces it every day, but have you noticed that even your own offense has been confused at times by the things that you guys are trying to do?
Man, I feel, you know, if we mess up, you know, what's next, man? What's next?
Hey, more specifically on that versatility, that Jack linebacker spot.
Yes, sir.
how do you feel about the versatility of that position?
It's definitely, you know, we can disguise as like we play an inside linebacker, walk down on the edge and rush the quarterback. You know, we can disguise as if we're, you know, going out to cover. You know, it's a lot that you can do. You can do a lot of things, you know, rush from the boundary, rush from the field. We coming all over, baby, coming all over.
Bullock is kind of a guy who jumped on the scene to all of us in the spring. Tell us about him, what you see every day.
Man, John Bullock, man, shout out to my dog, man. He's one of the guys that keep everybody going, man. Always make sure he check up on everybody, flying to the ball, you know, always laying the hit. And, you know, that's my brother, man. And he's the dog, man. He's the dog. He came a long way.
Early on in the spring, like, he's got him.
Oh, yeah, hands down, you know, man, I actually ran into one of his coaches, and, you know, they said, like, he's just a hard-nosed football player, and, you know, that shows on the field. Appreciate y'all, man. Hope you have a great day, man. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Take care.
Oh, and to the greatest fans in the world, go Big Red.